It's number one for Blazin hip-hop and R&B. Power 98.
98 WPEG. Charlotte's the number one for Blazin hip-hop and R&B. He's in the building.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah, baby.
Queen City outside. Something to Mr. 50 Cent in the building.
Hi, Mr. 50.
Man, I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm back, moving around, talk to the people who supported me to this point, you know. So it's been 6 years since Get Rich or Die Trying, and you know, it's 4 albums. You know, every 2 years I've been releasing a record. This album took a little longer than the other ones, though. It took me 3 years to release this one. The additional year came from the transition in the actual music business. We experienced some technology, and what happened was there was a point I was actually making up 70% of the successful black music at Interscope as a record company. So when I complained about the growth of my actual records, they offered me more money. They gave me more money, and what they did was they allowed me to create my own radio staff. But you know, I was excited. I thought what you just said. I was like, that's great. And then I realized that money was non-recoupable. So they pretty much just forced me to go learn how to do radio.
You like radio?
Yeah.
You like it?
I mean, it's pretty good. It's just, but the difference is when I actually, what I was doing is I start the records and get them to 500, 600 spins myself, and then the mother company kicks in because I have the staff. And I kind of started without them on Get Up. I started the record and got it going, and then when it was time for them to kick in was the point that they was letting go 60% of the staff.
Wow.
And that confusion was there, so it was like, all right, let's go back to the drawing board, regroup, and then, well, I Get It In leaked. It was a song that me and Dre did that leaked out, so there was never a music video for it. And then I wanted to put OK Right out, so I just put it out because I felt like there was that big gap of time. But because I had additional time, I wrote, produced, and directed my first film.
Wow.
And I put it within the album packaging because it's almost the opposite of the traditional process. You know, the normal process is a writer would write the screenplay, a director direct the film, and then they show artists and musicians the scenes to create the music that matches the the mood of what's going on. And this album, I wrote the actual record, and then I created a synopsis, a one sheet of what I wanted the film to be about, and then I started writing the actual screenplay. And I went and I directed it.
Good Lord.
For your movie, Get Rich or Die Trying, I just want to say I appreciate you for flying us out to
Oh,
Vegas that year.
We had a ball.
We're still talking
We still talking about it, man. It was off the
Like
chain.
it was yesterday.
Yes, sir. It was off the chain, man. And everybody know what you did with the vitamin water deal. My first question to you would be, you know what I'm saying, you're back on this music thing. Is the passion still there for music?
Absolutely, man. There's nothing that I can think of that feels like what music feels like when it's done right. You know, like that energy, like everything you've done wrong is gone.
Yeah.
It goes away. Like, you know, there's a shadow of doubt cast over all artists in between each project. They don't say, do you think you can do it again? They say, do you think you can match what he did in the beginning? And music marks time. So it's difficult for you to make people feel the way they felt about you when they met you for the first time.
Never as good as the first
Yeah,
time.
you know, like when you slept with her for the first time.
Never as good as the first time.
It is
It ain't the same vibe.
The energy was a lot higher. You was like, yo, you wasn't even sure you was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You was like, yo, I've been courting her for 6 months.
6 years.
Stop.
You got it now. 30 seconds it out.
That's a nice little segue. Speaking of courting, are you courting anybody?
No, I'm actually single. You know, I'm a little more complex. I got trust issues.
I mean, that's being honest. I didn't
You know, the smartest guys that I've interacted with, the best businessmen, worst deal they made was committing to women that they weren't sure. You know, 55% of the people get married, get divorced. And that's a hell of a deal, man. These days you gotta sign a full-blown contract.
I mean, really.
You know, saying if you have one baby, you get this much. If you have two, then you're going to get this. And, you know, it feels like a business deal.
And that's basically what it is, though. It's basically a business deal.
Yeah, because look at Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar.
And Chloe.
That's interesting. Like, I met Chloe in 2003. And we hung out. I got a chance to be around. I can understand why Lamar would actually like her. You know what I'm saying? But that was pretty fast. That was pretty fast.
Yeah, I can see why you
I ain't
like her,
gonna front
but
for me. I was like, damn, what kind of deal was that? The attorneys had to do some negotiating. I hope that was like one of the ceremonies, and then later we figure out. You know?
Yeah. That was quick.
50, you got fans all over the world. I'm sure you've been all over the world. Where are your best fans at? Do you think?
My best friend, I'm not sure. I think internationally though, to be honest with you, because here, like, hip hop culture is now pop culture. It's so big, but here hip hop is like in your face consistently, so you don't have to choose it for you to know it. You know what I mean? And internationally, they got to make a choice because they got they got everything that we have in their language. You know what I'm saying? Like for full speaking Spanish markets, they got reggaeton instead of listening to it in English. And then they got like Winston and Yandel, they got like an R&B singer that's singing Latin. Wow. The Spanish. You know, so when they decide to enjoy English music, they do it with an intensity that's beyond what we doing here. Like, you know how you go, especially New York City. I'm from New York. You get the nod. When they love you, you get the nod.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look for more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they leave and they be like, yo, that was my shit right there. Excited about you. But, you know, while they there, you know, they a little too cool to move. You know what I'm saying? What Southern-based music did with hip-hop is they get busy. Like, they jump up, the energy level is higher. Like, every time I say Southern-based music, I see this guy with dreads, shaking his head, with his shirt off, sweating. You know, it's that the intensity, that energy that they're willing to actually bring to the music is dope. I think it's, from the culture, it's changing. Like, what we have now, this hipster vibe. It used to be Tribe Called Quest. It used to be Talib Kweli, Common Sense, and Mos Def. And now it's this kid that is wearing skateboarder jeans and mohawks. You know what I mean? Like, that's the other element that's there that wasn't there before. You couldn't know for sure that was going to actually work out the way it did. It just was one of those things that I said I wanted to do. I actually got vitamin water to substitute soda. I was training. Because during from Get Rich to the Massacre, I had turned into a little blimp on them, baby. I had a little bit too much fast food. Yeah, I was going back to the old me.
Oh, Lord. You don't want that one. So how you look really tight now.
Yeah,
I'm training. Thank you. That sounded like erotic. That was like,
no.
She said, you look like really tight.
She like it. Just tell 50 you like it. Just go and tell him, JD.
You got the vibe. He knows I'm feeling
so that did kind of sound erotic.
Did it? Really?
Yes.
I didn't mean for it to.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to sound Oprah-ish. I didn't pull it off.
No. Yeah, good job. I mean, maybe it's because them lips is glowing over there. Had me feeling like that was a little more than
There you go, rubbing this down. So what is your workout regimen like? You work out every single day or what?
Well, like on the weekends I don't do it.
Okay.
You know, through the week I do it. I have like a nutritionist and trainer, and so you don't overdo it.
Right. So like, what would you eat today, for example?
Well, I wake up, I have like egg whites, turkey, real health food. Like,
You really do that, huh?
Yeah.
Not ever like a cheeseburger, nothing?
I do. I have my moments. Don't let me make you think I'm a machine. You know what I'm saying? But you know, not as often as I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because I think there's 4 qualities that make you a star, right? It's quality material, performance, appearance, and personality. And if you lack one of those areas, you gotta pick up the slack somewhere else, right?
You're right.
So if you like fat and crazy, you gotta be real good. You know what I mean? Like crazy looking, you gotta be like phenomenal.
Like Biggie was a real big guy, but his lyrical skill was,
you know,
right.
Yeah.
That's what
just that, yeah. And he had a whole Playboy vibe going on, right?
Amazing.
Big Playboy.
Really?